As SCP-303 has not yet been known to travel beyond the boundaries of sites, the entire area of sites is currently considered SCP-303's containment area. All rooms and sites are to be altered where possible so as to have two entrances separated by a distance of 10 meters or line of sight. Personnel are to be distributed evenly throughout the facility with available radio and intercom contact so that encounters may be resolved quickly. Personnel who witness SCP-303 are to be submitted for immediate psychiatric evaluation. All SCP objects housed at sites since before June 4th, 2010 are to be transferred to Site-B one at a time. Each SCP object will be transferred again to Site-A once it has been verified that SCP-303 has not migrated from sites with it. Once SCP-303 either migrates to Site-B or remains present at sites, once all SCPs in question have been transferred to Site-A, containment procedures will be updated as appropriate. Witnesses describe SCP-303 as a nude, sexless, humanoid figure with reddish-brown skin. Instead of normal facial features, its head is dominated by an extremely large mouth, which bears a set of oversized human teeth. It continuously vocalizes a wheezing noise, loud enough to be heard from the other side of most solid doors. All individuals who have had encounters with SCP-303 are capable of describing it in full, including individuals who have not physically seen any part of it. SCP-303 will periodically materialize behind any closed door, hatch, or other entryway barrier opposite a sentient observer, chosen by unknown means. SCP-303 will then remain behind the closed door for an unknown amount of time. Any individual attempting to open the door or barrier experiences intense, paralyzing fear that lasts until SCP-303 dematerializes either on its own or to avoid being directly seen by another observer. The source of this fear is yet not clear. Analysis indicate that SCP-303 is not, in fact, purposely inducing fear in the affected individuals. SCP-303 does not allow itself to come into direct visual contact with any observer, and has never allowed any one individual to view more than 10% of its form. When a door or other entryway barrier is partially or completely transparent, SCP-303 will materialize in an orientation that leaves 10% or less of its body visible, or cause the effect of fog or frost on the transparent surface to achieve the same effect. If SCP-303 is approached from a direction in which there is not a solid object or door breaking line of sight, it will dematerialize before direct visual contact is made. Any electronic or complex mechanical devices that SCP-303 encounters are temporarily disabled. SCP-303 has made no recorded attempt to physically or verbally engage any observer. How SCP-303 arrived at sites is unknown at this time. SCP-303's first recorded appearance was on March 1st, 2010. It is suspected that SCP-303 was inadvertently transferred along with or manifested by another SCP on sites. All SCPs on sites are being re-examined accordingly. Agent was showering in her private quarters bathroom when she became aware of the presence of SCP-303 on the opposite side of the shower curtain. It was wheezing extremely loudly. Startled by this discovery, she accidentally struck the shower curtain, causing it to sway outwards. The curtain partially wrapped around SCP-303, revealing that it was less than 0.5 meters from the curtain, standing erect and facing the shower. Agent reports spending approximately the next 3 hours sobbing in the shower quietly as not to disturb SCP-303. Agent reported that the wheezing stopped very suddenly, at which point in time she was able to exit the shower. Agent encountered SCP-303 inside the site second floor break room. He was attempting to obtain coffee creamer from the counter cabinet when he heard loud wheezing coming from the cabinet and was overtaken by overwhelming fear. Agent later reported that SCP-303 was huddled in the cabinet in the fetal position. Agent claimed to be certain of the information despite failing to open the cabinet door. Later, when the cabinet was examined, one container of powdered coffee creamer was missing. This is the first recorded instance of SCP-303 removing an object from a scene. Dr. was discovered dead from dehydration in a second-floor storage room. It is estimated that Dr. spent up to 5 days in the storage room before being discovered. A small 4x4 decompression chamber separated the storage room from the adjoining hallway. SCP-303 occupied the decompression chamber for the duration of Dr. isolation in the storage room, disallowing entry from either direction and making it impossible for Dr. to leave. One male D-Class personnel, D-303-1, was ordered to open the door and threatened that he would be terminated on the spot for non-compliance. He refused, claiming that if he were to do so, that SCP-303 would. He was terminated on the spot. One female D-Class personnel, D-303-2, that had witnessed the termination of D-303-1 was ordered to open the door and threatened that she would be terminated on the spot for non-compliance. She refused, claiming that if she opened the door, that SCP-303 would. Researcher was visibly shaken by this claim. D-303-2 was not terminated. One female D-Class personnel, D-303-2, was ordered to open the door. One male D-Class personnel, D-303-3, was given one combat knife by security personnel and ordered to until D-303-2 opened the door. After 2 hours of D-303-2 died from blood loss. D-303-2 made no attempt to open the door. SCP-303 appears to have claimed the second floor storage room as its own. It has so far disallowed any personnel entry to that room since April 5th, 2010. It leaves periodically to acquire Foundation property, which is then moved into the second floor storage room. To date, the following list describes all non-classified items taken by SCP-303. In addition to this, a number of classified materials have been obtained by SCP-303. Staff are still attempting to determine what specific purpose SCP-303 may have for these materials. And that ends yet another episode of History Behind the Horror. If you enjoyed this episode tonight and you would like to see more SCP videos on this channel in the near future, make sure you guys show me that you want to see more by hitting the like button, sharing it, hit the bell so you always stay up to date when a new episode is available, and put in the comments for whatever character you would like to see next. With that being said, if you're not too scared, I will see you on the next episode of History Behind the Horror.